Ever imagined what it would be like to share your home with a ghost or reside in a place known for its eerie past? Now might be your chance to find out. These spooky properties have recently hit the market. They come with a side of paranormal activity, unsettling interiors, and the possibility of strange happenings in the dead of night. If you think you have the courage, take a look at these haunted mansions up for sale right now. First up is the eerie Ensen Mansion in Troy, New York, where you won't just be buying 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. You'll also be acquiring 9 ghosts. This late 19th century home, nicknamed Spooky Pass, is now on the market and touted as a true haunted house. Current owner Michelle Bell's family has held onto the property for 6 generations, ever since her great-grandfather purchased it in 1919. Today, this 100-square-foot mansion could be yours for a reduced price of $300,000, down from its original listing of $440,000. Built in 1890, the Ensen Mansion's ghostly residents have made themselves known since Bell's ancestors acquired it. Of the 9 spirits haunting the property, 5 are believed to be her deceased relatives. Adding a darker twist, the 6th spirit is said to be a former tenant who was found dead in the basement, now permanently locked due to unsettling paranormal encounters. The remaining 3 ghosts are a mystery, though Bell suspects their connection to the home's days as a supper club in the early 1900s. One intriguing theory involves notorious gangster John T. Legg, who dined there before his untimely death in 1931. Could his restless spirit still linger, reminiscing about a final meal? Despite its supernatural inhabitants, the Ensen Mansion offers plenty of potential beyond its haunted history. The listing notes that the home could be transformed into a cafe, restaurant, or bed and breakfast, perfect for a brave entrepreneur looking to embrace its spooky past. Bell has even rented the master bedroom on Airbnb, proving that this ghost-filled property could be a unique business opportunity. With 2 separate units in the home, it's legally classified as a 2-family property, offering flexibility to the future owner. If you're not afraid of a few ghosts, this historic home might just be the investment of a lifetime. Next, we visit the historic Priestley House in Canton, Mississippi, a grand 4-bedroom home with a dark and mysterious past. At first glance, it appears to be an elegant luxury residence, complete with sweeping staircases, a stately facade, and intricate living room decor. Originally built in 1852 by Dr. James Priestley as a family home, it exudes charm and sophistication. However, beneath its polished surface lies a chilling history of paranormal activity. Since the deaths of Dr. Priestley and his wife Susan during a yellow fever epidemic in the early 1900s, the house has gained a reputation for being haunted. The current owners have reported strange occurrences, including sightings of Susan's ghost in the very bathroom where she passed away. Neighbors have also claimed to see her figure standing by the windows or even moving between them. Despite the spacious rooms and grand hallway, the eerie atmosphere has made it difficult for some to enjoy their time in the house. Ghostly activity doesn't stop there. Over the years, people have heard a piano playing by itself and witnessed candles mysteriously falling from their holders. It's believed that Susan Priestley became so attached to the home after her husband's death that her spirit never left. For those who can look beyond the supernatural, the Priestley house offers plenty of appeal. It is on the market for $725,000 through Keller Williams and includes 4 bathrooms, 5 bedrooms, a formal dining room, a music room, an office, and a charming library. Next, we venture to Derwood Mansion in Wales, a striking manor house that looks as haunted as its history suggests. Nestled in the hills of Ammanford, this grand estate dates back to around 1485 and offers an impressive blend of historic charm and eerie mystery. Known as one of the largest and grandest properties in the county, Derwood Mansion spans nearly 13,000 square feet, boasting 14 bedrooms, 7 reception rooms, and 4 bathrooms, all set on 8 acres of land. Listed for just $320,000, the mansion has been expertly preserved, featuring original coffered plaster ceilings, restored fireplaces, oak paneling, intricate cornicing, and magnificent Tudor-style staircases throughout. Its 17th century interiors have been remarkably maintained, and 19th century additions add to the architectural splendor. But the real intrigue comes with the mansion's resident ghost, the White Lady, believed to be Gwen Vogan. According to legend, Gwen appears only to unmarried men, often seen gazing from the window of the mysterious Sir Rye's room, though the exact location of this room remains unspecified in the listing. The property's haunting history dates back to 1603, when the estate first came into the possession of the Valgan family. Passed down through generations, stories of Gwen's ghostly presence continue to captivate visitors. Derwood Mansion is also steeped in historical significance. It was once the property of Tudor knight Sir Ry Thomas, who reportedly hosted Henry Tudor and 5,000 Welsh soldiers at the mansion before their decisive battle with King Richard III in 1485, a turning point that ended the War of the Roses. Next on the list is Colchester Castle, a grand estate that exudes Gothic charm and eerie history. This Grade 2 listed stately home, believed to have been built around 1825, is currently on the market for an impressive $1.6 million. Constructed in the distinctive Strawberry Hill Gothic style, the house features striking red brick facades with a Flemish bond under a slate and tile roof. Its imposing appearance feels straight out of a Gothic novel, and its haunted past only adds to its mystique. Long before the home was built, the land was occupied by a priory, chartered in 1111. Following the dissolution of the monasteries in the mid-16th century, the priory fell into private hands. By the late 1600s, it was home to a man named Mr. Harlachadon, who was famously disturbed each night at 2 a.m. by the eerie ringing of the priory's bell, even though no one was ringing it. However, after a prayer meeting to expel the devil from the bell tower, the strange phenomenon ceased, much to Harlachadon's relief. Luckily for modern buyers, the new mansion does not feature a bell tower, but instead offers a wealth of contemporary luxuries, including Cat 5 cabling for high-tech audio-visual systems, CCTV security, and underfloor heating. Despite its modern amenities, Colchester Castle retains a sense of old-world grandeur, with Gothic arched windows, stained glass panels, and a sweeping oak staircase. The estate is ideal for hosting large gatherings, with 7 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, and 8 reception rooms, including a formal living and dining area, a billiards room, library, and even a home theater. Set on nearly 24 acres of stunning grounds, the mansion boasts an orangery, potting shed, swimming pool with terrace, orchard garden, tennis court, rolling lawns, and a picturesque lake with a wooden deck and gazebo. Next, we visit Uel Castle, an extraordinary historic estate nestled on 34 acres in the picturesque Fife region of Scotland. Once the site of an ancient hunting lodge owned by the Earls of Fife, relatives of Robert the Bruce, this castle carries a noble history and a few ghostly residents. The castle is said to be haunted by Sir William Bruce, a descendant of the legendary king, as well as a couple of other spectral figures. One apparition is often spotted in a bedroom that once belonged to Andrew Bruce, while eerie, heavy footsteps frequently echo down the grand staircase. But Sir William isn't the only spirit wandering the halls of Uel Castle. Guests and owners have also reported sightings of a servant girl and another mysterious figure who patrols the spiral staircases at night. Built in 1546, the castle was designed for grand living and would have required a sizable staff to maintain its 10 bedrooms, 2 dressing rooms, and 6 bathrooms. One of the most striking bedrooms features beautiful wooden beam ceilings and a grand 4-poster bed, evoking a bygone era. Despite its haunted reputation, Uel Castle is undeniably one of the most breathtaking private homes in the UK. The 400-square-foot residence offers plenty of room for a large family to spread out, with 8 grand reception rooms, 3 charming cottages, and its own woodland and walled garden. Next, we head to the historic Connecticut Reef Lighthouse. Standing for nearly 150 years, Penfield Reef Lighthouse has been a steadfast beacon, guiding ships into Black Harbor and Bridgeport, Connecticut, since the days of President Ulysses S. Grant. Situated a mile off the Connecticut coast, this charming lighthouse remains active and is now up for auction by the U.S. General Services Administration with a starting bid of just $50,000 as of June 2023. But there's more to this property than its picturesque isolation. It comes with a ghostly companion. Included in the sale are the island, the lighthouse, the foghorn, and the lingering spirit of Frederick A. Jordan, a former lighthouse keeper who tragically drowned in 1916 while rowing ashore to spend Christmas with his family. Since his untimely death, Jordan's spectral presence has been reported by subsequent lighthouse keepers who have experienced mysterious occurrences like the logbook flipping open to the date of his demise. There are even stories of Jordan's ghost guiding vessels away from danger. On at least 2 occasions, boats have claimed to be led safely through the waters by a ghostly figure. Though haunted, potential buyers can take solace in knowing that Jordan's spirit seems more protective than menacing. The first recorded sighting was in 1920, when one of Jordan's successors described waking up to the sight of a gray figure standing at the top of the stairs before disappearing into the shadows. Built in 1874, the lighthouse is in need of significant renovations to make it livable again. With 1,600 square feet, 2 stories, and a 51-foot octagonal tower, the property offers plenty of space for both living and any spectral guests that may still roam its halls. For those brave enough to embrace its haunted history, this lighthouse is full of potential. Let's explore Kat Von D's Gothic Mansion in California. When the famed tattoo artist put her Gothic Mansion on the market in early 2022, it made waves. Not just for its striking facade or stunning interiors, but because of its infamous blood-red swimming pool. So let's dive into the property and see what lies behind this seriously cool Gothic estate. Located in LA's Hancock Park neighborhood, Kat Von D purchased the Queen and Victorian Mansion in November 2016 for $6.5 million. Originally built in 1896 by American businessman Isaac Newton Van Nuys, the home was relocated to its current spot in 1915 by his son, J. Benton Van Nuys. Spanning nearly 13,000 square feet, the 3-story mansion oozes with Gothic charm. Inside, you'll find a grand Victorian entrance hall, a mesmerizing ballroom, a timber-clad library, a moody and dramatic kitchen, a formal dining room, 13 elegant bedrooms, and 10 luxurious bathrooms. Antique furnishings, intricate ceilings, stained glass windows, crimson accents, velvet drapery, and wallpaper featuring bats are just a few of the unique design elements. It's a Gothic masterpiece, perfect for Halloween all year round, but the real showstopper is the backyard. Enclosed by black and gold railings, the garden boasts beautiful landscaping along with the iconic blood-red swimming pool, a permanent fixture, as seen on Von D's Instagram. Initially listed for $15 million, the mansion was later reduced to $12.5 million, but it remains on the market, waiting for its next owner. Next up, we head to the stunning Gothic Townhouse in Berkeley, California. This striking period home first captured attention when it hit the real estate market in August 2021. Initially listed for $1 million, it was briefly removed, only to reappear in April 2022 with a higher price tag of $1.2 million. Though it struggled to find a buyer at first, it's not hard to see why this unique home stands out from the crowd. Originally built in 1898, the townhouse has been expertly renovated, blending modern elements with its original Victorian charm. Now this custom-designed home spans over 2,500 square feet across 3 floors, boasting a mix of classic features and sleek, contemporary upgrades inspired by farmhouse and Scandinavian styles. With its predominantly black interior, soaring ceilings, and chic hardwood floors, this property is perfect for anyone looking to embrace their inner goth. Bronze switches, stylish light fixtures, and a steam fireplace add an extra layer of sophistication. The highlight of the home is its sleek, modern kitchen, complete with marble countertops and minimalist, handle-less cabinets. A dramatic concrete double-sided fireplace separates the kitchen from the living room, creating an effortlessly cool vibe. The house also includes 4 spacious bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a home office, a renovated attic, a mudroom, and a laundry room. Multiple balconies overlook the charming backyard, which features a swimming pool, play area, and hot tub. Whether or not you're a fan of the dark, moody decor, there's no denying that this Gothic townhouse is an incredible find, and with its current price of $800,000, it offers plenty of value for anyone seeking a distinctive home. Next up, we visit this striking all-black gem in Lincoln, Illinois. Nicknamed the Goth House, this uniquely dark home embraces its edgy style with flair. Built in 1993, the octagon-shaped residence features a dramatic exterior clad in black siding, tiles, and windows, giving it an unmistakably bold look. Step inside this 600 square foot abode, and you'll be greeted by a striking interior designed entirely in deep, dark hues. While it may seem like a Gothic retreat, the listing agents and realty experts note that the homeowners were aiming for a sleek, modern, and distinctive aesthetic, an ambition they achieved with remarkable success. The home's unconventional layout means no square rooms, lending to its unique charm. On the main floor, you'll find a spacious foyer, an open-plan living and dining area, and a stylish gallery kitchen with granite countertops. A spiral staircase leads to the upper level, where you'll discover 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The master suite boasts soaring cathedral ceilings and a monochrome bathroom, complete with a double vanity and a luxurious walk-in shower. With ample skylights and blackout blinds, the master suite offers the perfect sanctuary for relaxation. Outside, the home features 3 separate exterior decks and a half-acre garden with an attached garage. This distinctive property hit the market in December 2021 and quickly sold for $200,000, $10,000 over the asking price. Next, we head to the iconic Carson Mansion in California, often hailed as one of the most photographed homes in the world. This architectural marvel not only boasts a unique and intricate facade, but also carries a fascinating history. Built in 1885 by William Carson, a wealthy redwood lumber baron, the Gothic-style mansion stands prominently in Eureka's Old Town Historic District, becoming an instant landmark. A masterpiece of Victorian design, the 4-story, 18-room residence features an impressive tower and draws inspiration from Gothic, Italian, and French architectural styles. Inside, the mansion is equally captivating with its vibrant 19th century artistry. The foyer showcases an ornate central staircase with stunning stained glass panels, while other interior highlights include oak and cherry wood moldings, multiple fireplaces, gilt mirrors, and intricate period wallpapers. Spanning over 17,000 square feet, the mansion housed 3 generations of the Carson family until it was sold in 1950 for just over $35,000. In the 1940s, the mansion narrowly escaped demolition when the last Carson family member left Eureka. Fortunately, it was meticulously restored to its original grandeur and transformed into an exclusive private club, the Ingomar Club. The new owners preserved many of the home's original features, including the oak dining table and intricately carved fireplace mantel in the dining room. Carson even had the ceiling painted in lavish metallic gold. To this day, the mansion continues to inspire admiration and has influenced several replicas, including Disneyland's Railroad Tower, which was modeled after this grand estate. Next, we visit the Witch House, a residence with a chilling reputation. Situated in the infamous town of Salem, Massachusetts, this historic home once belonged to Jonathan Corwin, one of the judges involved in the Salem witch trials of 1692. It stands as a significant American landmark and is the only remaining structure in Salem with direct ties to that dark period of history. Built around 1675, Corwin acquired the property 16 years later and soon played a pivotal role in the trials. During that time, over 200 people were accused of witchcraft, with 13 found guilty by various judges and 19 executed. The house has become deeply connected to this tragic chapter, representing the miscarriages of justice that occurred between February 1692 and May 1693. Today, the Witch House serves as a museum, open for self-guided tours 7 days a week. Stepping inside feels like traveling back to the 17th century, as the building is remarkably well preserved. Its architecture, furnishings, and artifacts remain as they were in Corwin's era, offering a rare glimpse into life during the witch trials. Visitors will find rooms eerily untouched, such as a bedroom complete with linens and an old 4-poster bed, as well as a kitchen table set with period crockery. The house offers an invaluable connection to history, giving guests a haunting yet meaningful insight into one of America's most notorious events. Next, we head to the striking black Victorian home in New York. At first glance, this eerie-looking house might give you chills, but once inside, it's surprisingly warm and inviting. Let's explore this captivating mansion and uncover its rich history. Originally designed for renowned Hudson River School painter Jervis McEntee, the property served as both his residence and studio. Situated in the West Chestnut Heritage area of Kingston, New York, it's just 90 minutes from Manhattan, yet offers ample privacy and tranquility. Spanning 3,500 square feet, the home boasts 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and unique living spaces filled with original architectural details. The main entrance features high ceilings and abundant natural light, while the sunroom, formal dining room, and kitchen showcase wide plank floors, exposed brick walls, built-in bookshelves, and vintage fireplaces. Despite its historic charm, the home has been thoughtfully updated with modern luxury. The primary bathroom includes a soaking tub, and the attic bedroom is graced with lovely dormer windows. Additional highlights include a wraparound porch, a backyard hot tub, and an outdoor kitchen. Plus, there's a ground floor 1-bedroom apartment with a private entrance, perfect for guests or rental income. Listed in March 2022 for $540,000, this blend of history and contemporary comfort seems like a steal. What do you think? Would you call this a good deal? Next, let's take a look at this sleek single-story home nestled in the Melbourne suburb of Northcote, Australia. Stylish and modern, The exterior showcases black siding and 3 sharp, peaked roofs, while the interior is bright, welcoming, and tastefully designed. Recently renovated, the home boasts high-end fixtures and luxurious touches throughout. The layout includes an entrance hall, a chic living room, a black kitchen with stainless steel appliances, a dining room, and a family room. With 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, many of the rooms feature a sophisticated monochrome palette, lending the home a subtle Gothic edge. The bathrooms are particularly striking, with gleaming floor-to-ceiling tiles and crisp white fixtures that complement the monochrome theme. Additional highlights of the home include skylights, exposed beams, whitewashed wood-paneled walls, dark hardwood floors, and expansive glass and steel sliding doors that open to the backyard. Speaking of which, the outdoor space is a true gem. The lush garden is perfect for gatherings, and the covered patio area, complete with weatherproof blinds, ensures comfort in any weather. A separate 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom annex offers flexibility, whether you want a guest house or a space for visiting family. Next, let's explore the Castle House in Minnesota. This striking Gothic mansion is undeniably one of the most impressive historic homes we've come across. Perched on a beautifully landscaped double-corner lot in Stillwater, Minnesota, it has become an iconic residence in the city. With its all-black exterior and a dramatic 4-story spire tower, this fairy tale home is a true standout. In 2015, the owners began a 4-year, award-winning renovation that transformed the historic property into what it is today. The 4,000 square foot mansion features stunning living spaces, complete with refinished hardwood floors, ornate fireplaces, oversized sash windows, antique furnishings, and unique light fixtures. The renovation preserved the home's original color schemes, and vintage photographs line the walls, giving the sense that time has stood still for 150 years. Inside, you'll find a bright hallway, a formal living room, a gorgeous chef's kitchen, 4 bedrooms, and 3.5 bathrooms. The house also comes with several charming extras, including 3 covered porches, a large second-floor deck above the restored front porch, and even a secret underground tunnel that surely holds many stories. If only the walls could talk. Listed in June 2019, the property quickly sold for $485,000, a price that seems like a bargain, even if you suspect Dracula himself might be lurking in the basement. We have the Jailer's House in Vermont. Hitting the market in November 2020, this quaint Vermont property quickly garnered attention, not for its picturesque exterior or lush 1-acre garden, but for its eerie past. Located on Courthouse Drive in the small town of Goodall, this 200-square-foot timber-clad home holds a unique and unsettling history. Upon entering, everything appears fairly normal, aside from some dated decor. Built in 1878, the house is filled with period features like hardwood floors, large sash windows with wooden shutters, and original paneling throughout. But things take a strange turn when you descend into the basement. Here, you'll stumble upon a fully preserved jail. Originally serving as the Essex County Jailer's residence, the attached jail was used to house local criminals. While the home itself has been modernized over the years, the jail remains untouched, frozen in time since it stopped operating in 1969. The basement contains 7 cells, bathroom facilities, and an attached jailer's office, all cloaked in cobwebs and grime. This spine-chilling relic of history was initially listed for $150,000, but eventually sold for just $80,000. Next, we head to the Eerie House of Mannequins in California. When this peculiar property hit the market in February 2021, it didn't go viral for its potential as a fixer-upper or its prime location in South Lake Tahoe. Instead, it caught everyone off guard for an entirely different reason. From the outside, this 200-square-foot home, built in 1962, seems like a typical suburban residence. Split into 2 units, the house offers 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, and despite some dated decor, there's nothing immediately alarming. That is, until you enter the second unit. Inside, you'll encounter something truly bizarre. Dozens of mannequins, dressed to the nines in glamorous ball gowns, posed as if they're attending an extravagant party. Scattered throughout the apartment, some appear to be dancing while others are casually lounging in the living room, almost as if they're watching TV. Naturally, this unexpected sight quickly made the listing go viral, amassing hundreds of thousands of views on real estate sites. Curious buyers couldn't help but ask about the doll's backstory. As it turns out, the homeowner had been collecting mannequins for over 20 years, cultivating an unusual obsession that led to over 160 mannequins being scattered throughout the home. The property eventually sold for $500,000 after 129 days on the market. We can't help but wonder if the new owners decided to keep the mannequins. Next, we visit the Ontario Clown House, a seemingly charming bungalow in Brantford, Ontario that may just be your worst nightmare, especially if you have a fear of clowns. Nestled on a quiet suburban street, this ordinary-looking home quickly took a dark turn for potential buyers. Listed at around $190,000, the house became a viral sensation when it hit the market, but not for the reasons you'd expect. Upon first entering the 750-square-foot home, nothing seems out of place. You're greeted by dated wallpaper and lace curtains, giving off a cozy, if slightly old-fashioned vibe. However, as you explore further, a creeping unease sets in. At first, it's just a few Ronald McDonald magnets in the kitchen and an unsettling doll in the dining room. But soon, you realize you're not alone. The house is teeming with clowns everywhere. Clown dolls, framed portraits, circus-themed rugs, life-sized statues, and cabinets full of miniature figurines fill the space, culminating in a basement devoted entirely to clown memorabilia, toys, and artwork. Despite the eerie collection, the story behind the house is less sinister than it seems. According to the homeowner's son, the clowns were part of a creative solution to curb his father's drinking. Instead of buying alcohol on nights out, the family would purchase a clown figurine, eventually leading to a collection of over 1,500 clowns gathered over 25 years. Oddly enough, the clown-filled home didn't scare off buyers, and the property was eventually sold. Next, we head to the Connecticut crime scene house, where the interior design takes a truly disturbing turn. While some homeowners opt for clean minimalism or vibrant patterns, this property proves that not everyone shares the same taste. Nestled in the desirable Avon neighborhood, the spacious home has all the features of a classic family residence until you step inside. Built in 1962, the interior feels less like a cozy home and more like a scene straight out of a crime thriller. The house is filled with custom-made furniture and walls that mimic blood splatter effects. The dining room even features a bizarre wall display of underwear, adding to the unsettling atmosphere. But the kitchen is where things get really unnerving. Despite its 3,000 square feet, 5 bedrooms, and 4 bathrooms, the kitchen steals the show with its cabinets appearing shattered and its walls streaked in blood-red paint, evoking a distinct Buffalo Bill vibe. The home has been on and off the market for years, most recently listed for $300,000 in 2016, though it's unclear if anyone has had the courage to buy it. The owners, reportedly artists, took their creativity to extreme levels, but this chilling aesthetic might be doing more harm than good in finding a buyer. Next up is the Michael Myers house in New Hampshire, where the sellers took the Halloween spirit to a whole new level when they listed this home in October 2022. At first glance, the photos of this 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home spanning 1,600 square feet seem fairly ordinary. But look closely, there's a sinister twist hiding in plain sight. Have you noticed it yet? That's right. A creepy figure resembling Michael Myers lurks in every listing photo, either subtly in the background or posed ominously in plain view. If you can overlook this eerie photo bomber, the home itself offers plenty of charm. The main floor features a traditional living room, kitchen, and dining room, while 2 spacious bedrooms occupy the upstairs level. The walkout basement leads to a serene backyard and includes a laundry room, bar and lounge area, playroom, and office. Despite the unsettling presence in the photos, the rustic charm of the hilltop home might win you over. With 3 lush acres on a quiet dead-end street surrounded by woodland, it's perfect for those seeking peace and solitude, or perhaps something a little more thrilling. The outdoor space is equally inviting, featuring a spacious wooden deck ideal for barbecues and entertaining, along with a treehouse, chicken coop, and beekeeping hut. The home was listed for $375,000 and sold for full asking price, either to a dedicated horror fan or someone brave enough to forget those creepy images. Next, we head to a neglected townhouse in Devon. While Devon is known as one of England's most desirable spots for house hunters and vacationers alike, filled with charming cottages and beautiful coastal homes, this property couldn't be further from that image. Located in a seaside resort, This dark and dilapidated house caused quite a buzz when it hit the market in March 2019, and its shockingly low price wasn't even the main attraction. Listed with a guide price of just $70,000, more than $100,000 below the local average of around $360,000, the property quickly drew interest from developers and first-time buyers hunting for a bargain. But once you step inside, the reason for the low price becomes painfully obvious. Labeled as unsafe and structurally unstable by real estate agents, the house had far bigger problems than just broken windows and damaged floors. Entire rooms were coated in pigeon droppings, with some areas piled up to 2 feet deep in excrement, which made it impossible for many prospective buyers to even tour the home. As if that wasn't off-putting enough, a giant pigeon-headed figure was lurking behind one of the doors, part of the auctioneer's unconventional marketing strategy to draw attention to this otherwise uninviting listing. Despite its alarming condition, the townhouse sold in April 2019 for more than double the asking price, proving that even a house in such disrepair can still find a buyer. Up next, we explore a whimsical yet eerie fairy tale home in Canada. While many nightmare real estate listings conjure up fear with their dark histories or creepy features, this quirky abode in White Rock, British Columbia, offers a different kind of surreal experience. At first glance, the house seems inviting, with its French-inspired design and Southern-style charm. However, the life-size mannequins lining the exterior balcony and the Ferris wheel perched on the roof hint that there's more to this home than meets the eye. For many buyers, unusual interior design choices can be off-putting, especially when trying to envision their own furniture in the space. This home, though, takes unusual to a whole new level, making it nearly impossible to picture anything but the bizarre decor that already fills its 3,300 square feet. Each room is packed with eccentric, over-the-top decorations and clashing colors, creating an almost dizzying experience as you move through the house. The main living room is a festive explosion of BBQ-themed decor mixed with Christmas and Easter elements, giving off a chaotic holiday vibe year-round. The kitchen, on the other hand, showcases a model railway running through the space, set against a vibrant orange, yellow, and green color palette. Every wall and surface seems to be covered with quirky knickknacks, from pink ceilings to life-size polar bears, checkerboard floors, and shelves overflowing with dolls and collectibles. Each room seems to unveil a new level of eccentricity. The 4-bedroom home, filled with eye-popping colors and unique decor, is certainly one of a kind. But perhaps that's why it struggled to find a buyer since hitting the market in the summer of 2021. With an asking price of $4 million, the high cost coupled with its peculiar aesthetic might be keeping potential buyers at bay. While it's undeniably a fascinating piece of real estate, it's not for the faint of heart. Next up, we have Dontalan Hall in Connecticut, a sprawling Jacobean-style mansion with a history as grand as it is tragic. Built in 1918 in Greenwich for industrialist Daniel G. Reed, the mansion was a wedding gift for his daughter Ray. Lavishly constructed at a cost of $1 million, equivalent to about $20 million today, the mansion was the crown jewel of the area. But soon after its completion, dark events began to unfold. Reed's health declined dramatically by 1919, and by 1925, he had passed away at age 66 after years of struggling with a serious opiate addiction. His daughter Ray passed away just 2 decades later, at the age of 61, marking the beginning of a string of misfortunes associated with the property. In 1950, the estate was sold to Loring Washburn, a textile tycoon who went bankrupt soon after. The mansion sat vacant until 1967, when showgirl and former auto heiress Gregg Sherwood Dodge Moran purchased it, only to see her life spiral into bankruptcy and scandal. Later, owners faced similar ill fates. An investor was charged with larceny and died before trial, while another, oil mogul Ravi Tiku, ended up bankrupt himself. In the 1980s, Leona Helmsley, known as the Queen of Mean, and her husband bought the mansion for the modern equivalent of $32 million, investing heavily in its restoration. But the curse didn't spare them either, as Leona later served prison time for tax evasion. After her passing in 2007, the house eventually went back on the market, listed in 2014 for $65 million. Despite its beauty and history, Dontalan Hall languished on the market for years, finally selling in 2020 at a heavily reduced price of $16.5 million. One can only wonder if the latest owner will escape the mansion's unlucky legacy. This house clearly has a very dark past, but besides all that negativity, I think this home is beautiful and something out of a movie. Would you ever live in this home? Our next Eerie stop brings us to Castello de Donaco, a striking yet unfinished castle in Portugal's northern Braga region. The construction began in 1915, commissioned by wealthy Brazilian heiress Francisca José Ferreira and her husband. Designed by Swiss architect Ernest Carati, the castle featured a mix of Gothic and Renaissance styles, adding a unique flair to the countryside. However, the project came to an abrupt halt in 1919 when Francisca and her husband separated. Rumor has it that Francisca clashed with the local parish priest due to her frequent parties and her modern disregard for the traditional dress code, causing scandal in the conservative community. Legend says that before leaving Portugal for Brazil in the 1930s after another divorce, Francisca cursed the castle, vowing it would never be finished or lived in. True or not, the curse seems to linger. In 1938, an English aristocrat bought the half-built castle, but there's no record he ever lived there. Later owners, including wealthy bookkeeper Alberto Torres and businessman Francisco Machado, attempted to continue construction. However, both removed many original features, such as intricate tile work and wooden interiors, which only added to its crumbling state. Though officially declared complete in 1991, the castle's original plans were never fully realized. Local legend even claims that Princess Diana expressed interest in purchasing the castle before her tragic passing in 1997. To this day, Castello de Donaco has never truly been inhabited, passing from one owner to the next, a grand estate forever held in limbo. Next, we venture into the eerie halls of Balroy Mansion in Pennsylvania. This grand 32-room mansion in Philadelphia's prestigious Chestnut Hill neighborhood was built around 1911 by a carpenter rumored to have met a grim end after allegedly murdering his wife. In 1926, Major May Esby, a member of the historic Esby family with roots tracing back to 12th century Yorkshire, acquired the mansion. Soon after moving in, tragedy struck. The major's son, Stephen, mysteriously passed away at just 11 years old. The mansion's dark history, detailed in Haunted Philadelphia, famous phantoms, sinister sights, and lingering legends, tells of an ominous vision in the garden fountain. Shortly before his death, young Stephen and his brother George reportedly saw a skull form in the fountain's water, a haunting image that still gives chills to those who know the tale. Stephen's spirit is said to linger in the mansion, seen by various witnesses, including George's wife, and even recent visitors who claim to have caught glimpses of a blonde boy who disappears as mysteriously as he appears. The mansion's haunting extends beyond Stephen. George's mother, Henrietta, is rumored to walk its corridors, while Thomas Jefferson supposedly makes appearances in the dining room, and the vengeful ghost of the carpenter's wife has frightened visitors with her cane. Strange disturbances, phantom sounds, power cuts, and objects moving on their own suggest a resident poltergeist. Yet the most infamous part of Balroy Mansion is undoubtedly the Blue Room, where the notorious Chair of Death resides. Crafted in the 18th century, the cursed chair is believed to have once belonged to Napoleon and is linked to the deaths of those brave, or unlucky, enough to sit in it. Local historians claim that 4 deaths, including one of George's cousins, can be traced back to this chair, attributed to a vengeful spirit named Amelia or Amanda. Though the chair is now roped off, its deadly legacy remains a cautionary tale to all who visit. Next, we head to Dundis Castle, also known as Craig E. Clare, nestled in the rugged Catskill Mountains of Roscoe, New York. Known as the Castle of Sorrows, this medieval-style mansion holds a deeply tragic history. Commissioned by affluent New Yorker Ralph W. Dundis in the late 1910s, the castle was meant to be a grand residence. However, Ralph passed away in 1921 before construction could be completed, leaving his wife Josephine and their daughter to face an unfortunate fate. According to the Beaverkill Friends group, Josephine was confined to an asylum shortly after Ralph's death, and their unfinished castle passed to their daughter. Tragically, she too faced hardship, losing her inheritance to deceitful individuals and eventually moving to England, where she suffered from declining mental health. Like her mother, she spent her last days in an institution, never returning to the estate that had marked her family's ill-fated legacy. In 1949, the castle was purchased by the Prince Hall Grand Lodge of the Masonic Order, which used it as a retreat and summer camp until the 1970s, after which it fell into disuse. Local legend holds that Josephine's spirit lingers in the castle, with tales suggesting she was locked in a room until she grew unstable, though there's no solid evidence of this. Rumors also persist that during a full moon, the water in the castle's ponds takes on a haunting red hue. However, there's hope on the horizon for the Castle of Sorrows. The once abandoned mansion is reportedly undergoing a grand renovation, with plans to transform it into a luxury hotel. With any luck, this new chapter will finally lift the curse that seems to have haunted Dundis Castle for generations. Next up is Elda Castle in New York, a hauntingly beautiful estate built in 1927 by David T. Abercrombie, co-founder of the upscale Abercrombie & Fitch. This 25-room castle, with its enchanting turrets, arched windows, and whimsical courtyards, was a medieval-inspired masterpiece when first completed. The castle's name, Elda, came from the initials of Abercrombie's children, Elizabeth, Lucy, David, and Abbott. However, the Abercrombie family was quickly struck by tragedy. In 1929, Lucy was tragically killed in a factory explosion, leaving her father devastated. Abercrombie himself passed away only 2 years later, and his son David Jr. followed, dying at the young age of 35 in 1937. The castle, which once featured a grand great room and was a testament to Abercrombie's success, fell into disrepair after his widow sold it to a paint research company. Following World War II, the castle was abandoned and became a frequent target for vandals. In 1964, James Herrick, president of Herrick Scientific Company, purchased the property for a mere $140,000 and began a restoration effort. But his untimely death in the 1990s halted the project. Since then, Elda Castle has seen several owners, including a J.P. Morgan heir, yet each attempt to restore the estate has ended in disappointment. The property last changed hands in 2011, purchased by a private trust for $3.8 million, but it has remained vacant ever since. The trust attempted to sell it in 2017, initially listing it for $3.7 million, then reducing the price to $3.1 million, but no buyer was found. In a cruel twist, the castle suffered a major fire in 2022 that ravaged its 5 floors, leaving it further damaged. Despite these setbacks, Elda Castle remains on the market for $2.9 million, awaiting an owner bold enough to take on its ill-fated legacy. Next, we journey to Venice's Grand Canal, where an enigmatic 15th century palazzo, known as the Cursed Palazzo, has just gone on the market for $19 million. This stunning Renaissance treasure, layered in 540 years of history, offers not only spectacular views and intricate architecture, but also a notorious legacy of misfortune said to plague its past owners. The construction of this palazzo began in 1479 under Giovanni Dario, a well-regarded Venetian diplomat celebrated for brokering an influential treaty with the Ottoman Empire. Recognized as a local hero, Dario invested his substantial reward into building this grand residence, spanning 4 floors and featuring 10,800 square feet of living space, including 8 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms. The supposed curse began shortly after Dario's death in 1484, when the property was inherited by his daughter, Marietta, and her husband, Vincenzo, a spice merchant. Vincenzo's business soon failed, and he was reportedly murdered, followed by Marietta's own tragic death under mysterious circumstances. Their son later fell victim to an ambush in Crete. In the 19th century, the Barbero family sold the property to a gemstone merchant named Abdul, who swiftly lost his wealth and had to sell the palazzo at a major loss to an English historian who himself went bankrupt within 4 years. The property continued changing hands, with a dark pattern of misfortune following each owner. The curse seemingly reached beyond the walls. In 1964, prospective buyer Mario Delmonico had a serious car accident en route to view the property and ultimately reconsidered his interest. In the 1970s, Count Filippo di Lanza acquired the palazzo, only to meet a violent end at the hands of his lover within its walls. Many attribute the curse to the land's possible history as a Templar cemetery, or perhaps to a sinister event that took place on the site long ago. Beyond the eerie history, the palazzo's Gothic architecture is truly captivating, with grand marble fireplaces, intricate columns, and beam ceilings. However, the home's age is apparent, as it leans slightly due to subsidence, a testament to its centuries-old foundations above the Venetian waters. It's a shame this stunning home has such a creepy history, because I personally would love to live here and enjoy the views and live right on the water. But with that being said, I don't know if I would risk it all moving in and inheriting all the negative energy. We visit the Allen Mansion. For a modest sum of $1.1 million, an exciting opportunity awaits prospective buyers. The chance to become the esteemed proprietor of the Allen Mansion, an iconic landmark nestled in the quaint town of Delavan, Wisconsin. Despite its unassuming size, Delavan boasts a vibrant tourism scene, drawing visitors from far and wide to bask in its idyllic charms and the serene allure of nearby Lake Geneva. Describing the Allen Mansion as charming might be a stretch. Imposing would perhaps be a more fitting descriptor. Erected in 1885 at the behest of the Allen family, this grand edifice exudes an aura of timeless elegance and historic significance. Legend has it that Mr. Allen himself met his end within the mansion's walls in 1912, casting a spectral shadow over the property that continues to intrigue and unsettle occupants to this day. Over the years, the Allen Mansion has witnessed a colorful tapestry of ownership changes and transformations. From its early days as a private residence to its stint as a haunted nursing home, surely a draw for thrill seekers. Followed by a brief interlude as a furniture emporium, the mansion has played host to a diverse array of occupants and ventures. In a stroke of entrepreneurial spirit, the mansion eventually found new life as a charming bed and breakfast, offering guests a glimpse into its storied past and providing a respite from the hustle and bustle of modern life. However, like many historic properties, the Allen Mansion faced its own trials and tribulations, ultimately closing its doors in 2005, leaving behind a legacy of faded grandeur and untold tales. Despite its current state of repose, the allure of the Allen Mansion remains undimmed, beckoning to those with a vision for restoration and a passion for preserving the past. While its haunted reputation may give some pause, for the discerning buyer, the opportunity to breathe new life into this historic gem is an endeavor ripe with potential and promise. So, if you find yourself drawn to the allure of history and captivated by the prospect of owning a piece of Wisconsin's heritage, the Allen Mansion awaits your stewardship. While its doors may be closed for now, the echoes of its past whispers of a future filled with possibility and opportunity for those bold enough to seize it. Up next, we visit this Rockport Church mansion. In the picturesque town of Rockport lies a remarkable opportunity, a single-family residence that promises luxurious living amidst a backdrop of historical intrigue. Boasting 6 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, and a sprawling 9,700 square feet, this mansion offers ample space for gatherings with friends and family, ensuring unforgettable moments in this charming locale. Yet beneath its opulent facade lies a peculiar past. Originally erected as a Methodist church in the year 1873, this dwelling carries with it a rich tapestry of history and mystery, while its transformation into a residential abode has imbued it with modern comforts. The echoes of its former incarnation linger, adding a touch of enigma to its allure. Priced at a staggering $2.3 million, this property may be beyond the reach of many prospective buyers. However, for those fortunate enough to afford it, it presents an idyllic retreat, particularly during the summer months when the town comes alive with warmth and vitality. Yet, as the winter months descend and the chill of the night sets in, the atmosphere within this spacious house takes on a decidedly eerie quality. With the wind howling outside and the timbers of the old structure creaking under its weight, one can't help but feel a sense of foreboding, as if something unseen lurks just beyond the threshold. Indeed, on a particularly stormy night, even the most rational minds may find themselves succumbing to the whims of imagination. Shadows dance across the walls, whispers echo through the corridors, and the very air seems to hum with an otherworldly presence. In such moments, the thought of a power outage becomes a welcome excuse to seek refuge elsewhere, far from the unsettling embrace of this erstwhile church-turned-home. Yet for those who dare to brave the darkness, the allure of this historic mansion remains undeniable. Its walls may hold secrets untold, but they also offer a glimpse into a bygone era where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs. So, whether as a summer sanctuary or a year-round residence, this remarkable property promises an experience like no other for those bold enough to embrace its mysteries. Next, we explore a unique converted church mansion. Listed at an attractive $350,000, this one-of-a-kind property in Hunterdon County, New Jersey, offers more than just charm, space, and scenic views. It comes with a spooky twist for those with a taste for the macabre. Originally built in 1898 as the Locktown Christian Church, the property served its congregation for decades before being transformed into a private residence sometime after the 1980s. While the exterior retains its classic 19th century church aesthetic, the interior has been modernized with a fresh, stylish renovation by the current architect. The main living area is an impressive 1,700 square feet, complete with soaring 20-foot ceilings. This open-concept space includes a modern kitchen, ample room for living and dining areas, plus 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a study, a foyer, and a mudroom. Throughout the home, you'll find charming details like pressed ceiling tiles and exposed ductwork. But the most intriguing feature lies just beyond the walls, a historic cemetery with original headstones still intact, nestled right in the garden. Future owners will be tasked with maintaining these sacred grounds, adding a truly unique aspect to this already fascinating property. There's also a smaller building nearby, once used as a parsonage, that could be a perfect fixer-upper. Whether you find it spooky or simply cool, this converted church offers endless potential as a quirky vacation home or rental. The question is, would you dare to take on the responsibility? Up next, we visit the Clark Mansion. Nestled along the picturesque shoreline adjacent to the iconic Grosse Pointe Lighthouse and the serene expanse of Lighthouse Beach, lies the stately Harley Clark Mansion, a testament to the rich heritage of Evanston. Embraced by the northeast corner of this vibrant city, this historic English Tudor mansion exudes an aura of timeless elegance. The journey of the Harley Clark Mansion through the annals of history is as intriguing as its architectural grandeur. Originally crafted as a private residence, its narrative took a turn when it became the revered national headquarters of the Sigma Chi fraternity from 1952 to 1966. In a pivotal moment, the city of Evanston assumed stewardship of this magnificent edifice in 1963, acquiring it from the fraternity as part of the visionary development of the Lighthouse Landing Park. For decades, the mansion played host to the Evanston Arts Center, leased by the city from the late 1960s until 2014. However, the passage of time brought forth challenges, as the property gradually demanded more maintenance than either the city or the Arts Center could feasibly accommodate. With a heavy heart, the Arts Center bid farewell to its cherished home, relocating to a new venue on Central Street, leaving the Harley Clark Mansion silent and dormant. In a bid to breathe new life into this historic landmark, the city of Evanston embarked on a journey of exploration, entertaining proposals aimed at revitalizing the mansion. One such proposal, envisioning the transformation of the estate into a boutique hotel, was met with resistance, leading the city to reassess its options. Subsequently, attention turned towards entrusting the mansion's care to a not-for-profit entity, yet the proposal from Evanston Lake House and Gardens failed to secure the approval of the City Council in 2018. Undeterred by setbacks, another group emerged with a bold proposition. The Evanston Lighthouse Dunes Group, fueled by a desire to preserve the natural beauty of the surrounding landscape, put forth a proposal to donate funds for the demolition of both the Harley Clark Mansion and its accompanying coach house, paving the way for the restoration of the dunes. However, in a decisive moment, the Preservation Commission stood as guardians of history, rejecting this proposal, safeguarding the mansion's architectural legacy from the sands of time. Up next, we visit the Bradley and Smith Mansion. Constructed in the illustrious year of 1905, the Bradley Smith House stands as a magnificent ode to Greek Revival architecture, nestled within the serene confines of a Jemison Company subdivision. Originally commissioned for the esteemed attorney Lee Bradley, this majestic abode graces the landscape between the verdant expanses of George Ward Park and Glen Iris Park, a testament to its prestigious location. Crafted under the skilled guidance of architect Thomas Walter III in collaboration with Sidney Ullman, renowned for their masterful creations in the vicinity, including the distinguished residence of Robert Jemison, the Bradley Smith House emerges as a pinnacle of architectural excellence. Drawing inspiration from Bradley's wife's Louisiana heritage, The red brick facade of this grand estate exudes a timeless charm, accentuated by a wraparound two-story gallery adorned with 14 Corinthian columns and a striking 4-column portico. Within the walls of this splendid mansion lies a trove of treasures, a testament to the discerning taste of its inhabitants. Awash with an array of awe-inspiring collectibles and antiquities, each room basks in the soft glow of natural light, albeit marred by the ravages of time. Amidst the grandeur, a palpable air of mystery shrouds the premises, heightened by the discovery of a curious artifact, a wood-carved ornament reminiscent of an Egyptian sarcophagus, hinting at the enigmatic legacy of its previous occupants, perhaps a forgotten relic from their theatrical pursuits. Spanning an impressive 8,000 square feet, this palatial residence boasts numerous bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, beckoning for a touch of modernization to restore its former glory. Yet, despite its imperfections, the allure of the Bradley Smith house remains undeniable, further enhanced by the expansive 3-acre parcel of land it calls home, promising unparalleled seclusion and tranquility to its fortunate inhabitants. Up next, we visit the Barus Chateau. Chateau Barus stands proudly as a stunning example of neo-Baroque architecture, erected in the year 1904 by Maurice Barus, a prominent figure in the realms of tobacco manufacturing and industry, hailing from Swiss lineage. Serving as the cherished family abode for the Barus clan, this magnificent villa exudes an aura of opulence and grandeur that is truly breathtaking. Stepping foot within the hallowed halls of Chateau Barus, one cannot help but marvel at the meticulous craftsmanship evident in every corner. A focal point of admiration is the elaborate staircase, adorned with intricate detailing, leading one upwards towards a luminous lounge bathed in the ethereal glow of skylights. Moreover, the sheer magnitude of the mansion is awe-inspiring, boasting an impressive tally of approximately 30 lavishly appointed rooms, each offering a glimpse into a bygone era of aristocratic splendor. The architectural brilliance behind this masterpiece can be attributed to 2 distinguished Alsatian visionaries, Jules Berninger and Gustav Kraft, both of whom honed their craft through studies in Stuttgart and the revered École des Beaux-Arts in Paris. However, despite its illustrious history, Chateau Barus endured a tumultuous chapter during the ravages of the Second World War when it fell under the occupation of the German army, serving as a training center for SS officers. Following the demise of its esteemed owner in the late 1950s, the fate of Chateau Barus took a precarious turn as it changed hands multiple times, eventually succumbing to abandonment due to the exorbitant costs associated with its maintenance. Despite being recognized as a historic monument in 1994, the future of this architectural gem remains shrouded in uncertainty, a poignant reminder of the ephemeral nature of time and the impermanence of grandeur. Captured in hauntingly beautiful photographs under the title Manoir à la Verrière in 2013, the once glorious Chateau Barus now stands as a silent sentinel to a bygone era, its faded splendor serving as a poignant reminder of the passage of time. Curious explorers seeking more abandoned castles can follow the provided link to delve deeper into the enigmatic world of forgotten architectural marvels. Next, we visit the real-life Snow White Cottage. Nestled within the quaint confines of Olalla lies a treasure trove of enchantment that captivates the hearts of its visitors. Among the myriad attractions that beckon exploration, one notable gem has gained fame through its feature on the illustrious Zillow blog. Known colloquially as Snow White's Cottage, though affectionately dubbed by its owner as the Storybook Cottage, this abode exudes a charm reminiscent of fairy tales brought to life. Perched upon a sprawling expanse of 8.5 acres, the estate not only boasts the iconic residence, but also showcases an array of whimsical delights. From the whimsical allure of Shrek Island to the timeless allure of a quaint Wishing Well and the allure of a rustic treehouse, every corner of the property is steeped in magic. Stumbling upon this fantastical haven unexpectedly, one might easily believe they have wandered into the pages of a storybook, half expecting to encounter the melodious harmonies of 7 dwarves tending to their daily tasks. Indeed, such meticulous craftsmanship and attention to detail render this idyllic setting a veritable candidate for a Disney movie backdrop. While the property is presently off the market, it occasionally opens its doors to host weddings, offering an ideal setting for couples enamored with the allure of fairy tales to to exchange their vows amidst its enchanting embrace. However, it's worth noting that dwelling within this whimsical retreat would entail an extra dash of magic, beyond the ordinary confines of everyday living. Is the legendary Outlaw House in Alabama. Tucked deep in the rural expanse of Mobile County, this Spanish Revival mansion once boasted an intriguing history. Built in 1914, the grand estate was isolated from the bustling world, a perfect fit for its most notable owner. Although fire claimed the house in 2021, haunting images by photographer Leland Kent reveal glimpses of its former splendor. Legend has it that George Cabell Outlaw, a lawyer and businessman, won the property in a high-stakes poker game around 1925. But there's more to his story. Historical records from the early FBI, then known as the Bureau of Investigation, suggest that Outlaw was a former agent who fought against the Ku Klux Klan during his tenure. After leaving the Bureau, he moved into the mansion, which was ahead of its time with electricity powered by a nearby dam. The property was rumored to hide secrets within its walls, including an underground tunnel connecting it to a nearby structure, a feature now lost to time. Lavish checkerboard tiled halls likely hosted elegant gatherings, but whispers of Outlaw's covert activities lingered. Though nature began reclaiming the house in its final years, many locals hoped it could be restored to its former glory. Tragically, a fire in July 2021 gutted the estate, rendering it unsalvageable. By December of that year, the once magnificent Outlaw House was demolished, leaving only its fascinating tales and storied legacy behind. Next, we journey to the mysterious Circus Mansion in New York. Nestled in the picturesque Catskill Mountains, this eerie yet captivating home was documented by photographer Brian Sansevero before finding a new owner. His haunting images offer a glimpse into the mansion's peculiar past, revealing a mix of grandeur and unsettling charm. When Sansevero arrived, creeping ivy had overtaken the home's stately Jacobean Revival exterior, with its elegant double-fronted bays and intricate front porch. Constructed in 1925, the mansion's abandonment remains a mystery. Inside, the hallways were coated in peeling fluorescent yellow paint, the crumbling layers adding to the unsettling atmosphere. The house's most striking feature was a circus-themed bedroom, with walls adorned in bold primary colors, a purple and yellow harlequin border, and a ceiling painted like a big top tent. The room exuded a carnival vibe. This bizarre decor left many wondering. Did a former circus troupe call this place home, or was it the quirky vision of an eccentric resident? Adding to the intrigue, a rope served as a handrail for the staircase, which was oddly scattered with croquet balls, seemingly placed to deter trespassers. Hidden surprises continued upstairs, including a closet concealing a painting of a bullfighter by Spanish artist Antonio Casero San. By July 2021, Sansevero shared that the house had been sold and renovated. Whether the circus-inspired details were preserved or replaced remains a mystery, but the mansion's fascinating story continues to captivate all who hear of it. Next, we visit a striking Gothic Revival castle in New York, an unexpected roadside gem with a storied past. Built in 1871 for Scottish immigrants Samuel and Jane Laurie, the castle boasts red turrets and an air of mystery. Samuel, newly appointed as superintendent of the Auburn Woolen Company, received the castle as a generous gift from the company, which spared no expense, spending $7,000, roughly $180,000 in today's money, to create this 7,000 square foot homage to a Scottish manor. Designed by Nelson Hamblin, the three-story structure once housed grand reception rooms perfect for entertaining. Though its kitchen now stands as a shadow of its former glory, traces of its lavish past remain in the wood-paneled details. Tragedy, however, struck the Laurie family. Jane succumbed to influenza in 1890, her funeral held in the castle amidst a sea of mourners. Just 3 years later, a financial downturn forced Samuel to part with his cherished home, leaving behind whispers of misfortune. The castle's haunting history only adds to its eerie appeal. Dark corners, winding staircases, and a shadowy basement seem tailor-made for tales of ghostly activity. In 2020, after years of abandonment, the property was put up for auction. To heighten the intrigue, paranormal investigators explored the castle, capturing mysterious phenomena on camera. The winning bidder secured the castle for $340,000, with additional fees bringing the total to $370,000, a steal for such a unique piece of history. Perched on a hill in Auburn, the 19th century castle continues to captivate those who pass by, its Highland-inspired silhouette a curious sight. Whether its new owner has unearthed the secrets of its spectral guests remains to be seen, but its allure as a mysterious and enchanting relic endures. Next, we visit the intriguing James Seymour Mansion, nestled among the trees in the city of Auburn, New York. This Victorian marvel exudes mystery and charm. Built in 1861 by prominent local philanthropist James Sheldon Seymour, the mansion caused a stir in 2019 when it hit the market at an unexpectedly low price, sparking curiosity about what secrets it might hold. With its Gothic Revival tower, arched windows, and ornate brickwork, the home's exterior is a masterpiece that wouldn't look out of place as the Addams family's residence. Renowned architect John W. Vanderbosch designed the estate with lavish attention to detail, creating a sprawling 3-story structure, complete with a carriage house and an acre of grounds. Inside, the mansion's opulence is evident in its carved stone fireplaces, intricate built-in woodwork, and gilded cornices. Each room offers a glimpse into a bygone era when it hosted the creme de la creme of New York society. However, not all corners of the estate have fared as well. The attic, for instance, shows significant wear, with crumbling plaster and peeling paint. Despite its dilapidation, preservationists argued the home could be restored without too much trouble, leaving many to wonder why it was listed at such a bargain price. Theories abounded, including whispers of potential paranormal residents tied to the mansion's storied history. Now under new ownership, it remains to be seen if the James Seymour Mansion has revealed all its secrets, or if its legacy includes a ghostly guest or two. Up next, we explore the historic Rockwell House in Milledgeville, Georgia. Built in 1838, this pre-Civil War mansion was once a symbol of grandeur and prosperity. Commissioned by Colonel Samuel Rockwell, an attorney and plantation owner, the estate quickly became a local landmark. However, decades of neglect turned this once regal residence into a shadow of its former self, as captured in haunting images by Leland Kent of abandoned Southeast. Crafted with unparalleled skill, the home's construction spared no expense. Each piece of wood was expertly hand-cut, and the wrought iron fence reportedly cost $2,600, a staggering $86,000 in today's money, and notably more than Colonel Rockwell paid for the house itself. Legend has it the hefty bill gave the colonel a fatal heart attack. Adding to the intrigue, rumors suggest gold may be buried somewhere on the property. Following Rockwell's death in 1841, the mansion passed through various owners, including Georgia Governor Herschel Vespasian Johnson. In its heyday, the house was a hub for Milledgeville's elite, hosting lavish gatherings that matched the elegance of its stately entrance. Tragically, the property fell into disrepair after it was abandoned in 1969. Efforts to save the house began in the 1960s, but a devastating fire halted restoration attempts. For decades, the mansion stood as a deteriorating relic until 2019, when a group of investors purchased and meticulously restored it. Today, the house shines once again, its interiors thoughtfully recreated to echo its 19th century charm. While the exterior now features a striking white facade instead of its original yellow, the mansion has been reborn as a wedding venue, enchanting visitors with its timeless beauty. Notably, the dining room's black marble mantel and plaster cornices were sold after the fire to fund earlier repairs and now reside in the Winterthur Museum in Delaware, a small piece of the mansion's storied history preserved elsewhere. Up next, we explore Outlaw Hall, a striking 19th century castle in Memphis with a story as eccentric as its former owner. Built in 1896 by prominent property developer Robert Brinkley Snowden, the mansion was named after the ashlar stone used in its construction. Spanning 11,000 square feet, this architectural marvel was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1983. However, its fate took an unusual turn in the 1990s. Robert Hodges, a colorful character who claimed to be a 300-year-old alien ambassador from the planet Zambodia, purchased the property in 1990. He transformed the once grand castle into a restaurant and nightclub, drawing crowds with lively late-night parties. Known as the Castle Nightclub, the venue enjoyed brief success until tragedy struck in 1992 when two teenagers lost their lives in a car accident after leaving the club. Although Hodges faced no legal repercussions, the club was eventually shut down due to overcrowding. Undeterred, Hodges poured sand into the parking lot to create an impromptu beach party space, but his efforts couldn't sustain the business, and the castle fell into disuse. Once adorned with grand staircases and Italian imported stained glass, Outlaw Hall became a derelict shell of its former self. Graffiti covered the walls and rooms were littered with debris. Hodges eventually gifted the property to a friend who attempted to repurpose it as a non-profit space for veterans, but the building continued to deteriorate. In 2016, real estate investor Juan Montoya purchased the castle determined to restore it to its former glory. After investing nearly $800,000 in renovations, Outlaw Hall is finally on the brink of a new chapter. Its exterior has been meticulously restored, and plans are underway to transform the property into an event space. With its storied history and revitalized charm, Outlaw Hall stands ready to reclaim its place as a Memphis landmark. If only its walls could share the tales of its fascinating past. Next, we journey to Castle Montrouge in North Carolina, a structure that looks as though it's been plucked straight from a fairy tale. Perched on Red Mountain in Rougemont, this whimsical castle began construction in 2000 under the vision of architect and sculptor Robert Mahaly. Known for his contributions to Washington National Cathedral and Duke University, Mahaly designed the castle as both his studio and home. Drawing inspiration from Central and Eastern European architecture, the castle features onion domes, 18 pinnacles, a turret, and a menacing array of gargoyles. Although Mahaly completed much of the exterior, his ambitious project came to a halt after his divorce. Left unfinished, the castle's interior languished in disrepair. Over time, it became a magnet for graffiti artists and thrill seekers. The wooden floors began to rot, and debris scattered across rooms exposed to the elements through broken windows. Still, Mahaly has not given up on his dream. In 2014, he launched a fundraiser to revive the castle and began sealing off the property from intruders with a cattle gate. Renovations are now underway, with plans to turn the unique space into an event venue or wedding destination. Covered in snow and surrounded by serene landscapes, Castle Montrouge exudes an air of romance that would make it a stunning backdrop for weddings. Despite its incomplete state, the castle remains a popular curiosity, often drawing visitors eager to glimpse its striking silhouette. Named one of North Carolina's best-kept vacation secrets, Castle Montrouge's fairy tale ending may still be on the horizon. With ongoing renovations, Mahaly is determined to bring this enchanting vision to life. Next, we travel to Dicksonia Plantation in Alabama, a hauntingly beautiful ruin near the town of Loundesboro. Originally built in 1830, this historic plantation home was redesigned in the Greek Revival style during the 1850s, reflecting the opulence of the era. Over the years, it passed through several prominent Southern families before being purchased in 1901 by Robert Dickson, who renamed the property Dicksonia. Tragically, like many grand estates of its time, Dicksonia was not immune to disaster. A devastating fire in 1939 reduced the mansion to ashes. Determined to preserve its legacy, the Dickson family constructed a replica the following year, going to great lengths to make the new structure fireproof. Despite their efforts, fate struck again in 1964 when the second house also succumbed to flames, leaving the family unable to rebuild. The ruins were left to nature until the 1990s, when Dottie Dixon Skipper, a descendant of the family who resides nearby, took steps to preserve what remained. Today, the picturesque ruins have become a sought-after backdrop for creative projects, including their feature in the opening scenes of Big Fish, where the mansion portrayed the fictional witch's house, as well as a fashion shoot with Natalie Portman by Annie Leibovitz. While the mansion itself may no longer stand in its former grandeur, the grounds have found new life as a venue for weddings and events, ensuring Dicksonia's story continues to captivate. Its storied past and evocative presence make it a true Southern treasure, steeped in history and mystery. Up next, we explore the infamous Franklin Castle, often regarded as Ohio's most haunted home. This Victorian mansion, steeped in tragedy and mystery, has a history that rivals any ghost story. Built in 1865 by German immigrant Johannes Tiedemann for his wife Louise and their two surviving children, August and Emma, the home was initially a testament to prosperity. Designed by the architectural firm Cuddle and Robertson, The grand 20-room mansion boasted a tower, hidden passageways, and eerie gargoyles added by Tiedemann himself. However, happiness was short-lived. A series of family tragedies, including the deaths of Tiedemann's 15-year-old daughter, Emma, and his mother, Rebecca, cast a dark shadow over the home. Rumors swirled about a curse, as Louise allegedly used the hidden tunnels to escape her husband's rumored infidelity and volatile temper before her untimely death in 1895 at age 57. Grief-stricken and surrounded by whispers of scandal, Johannes sold the house shortly after. The mansion's dark reputation deepened when it was acquired by the German Socialist Party in 1913, reportedly serving as a hideout for Nazis. Legends claim as many as 20 people met their end in the home due to political disputes. Abandoned for years, the property passed through various owners, including the Romano family in 1968, who planned to turn it into a restaurant. Their dreams were thwarted by eerie encounters. Ghostly footsteps, the sound of organ music, screams, and even the apparition of a crying girl believed to be Emma. Paranormal investigators and priests were called in, but the disturbances persisted. One owner, Sam Muscatello, further fueled the home's sinister lore by claiming to have discovered human bones hidden in a closet. Later, the house briefly belonged to Michael DeVinco, the final husband of actress Judy Garland. Today, the property is owned by Oh Dear Productions, who have embraced its haunted history. With stylish renovations that honor its macabre past, Franklin Castle now offers tours and events, and even the chance to spend the night in what are believed to be the Tiedemann's original quarters, if you're brave enough. All right, everyone, I think that's gonna wrap this video up. Like I mentioned in the beginning, follow all my social media, and also 50% of the people who watch me don't subscribe. So just, if you're watching, just click the subscribe button. It's free, it means a lot. And then an alternative option would be to become a member, which costs a couple dollars, but then, you know, I'll be calling you guys, FaceTiming you guys. You get cool badges, you get exclusive videos. I'll be making videos that I can't show, like public channel. So you guys get a ton of cool features and by clicking here and becoming a member. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you guys. Thank you for the constant support. Feel free to share this video on anything, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.